What's up, y'all? Oh shit, you know what? Well, it don't matter. I thought I had y'all in my headphones. I don't need them on right now then. But what's up, y'all? It's Sergio tuning back in. It's like my second week. I ain't make a video. I ain't beat myself up about it. I ain't really tripping. You know what I'm saying? Although, this is just me doing my due diligence and staying consistent. You know what I'm saying? Consistency can look a lot of ways. But I say this probably the longest stretch I would like to go without making a video. I ain't gonna say I haven't been thinking about it damn near every day, at least once a day. Like I can make a video today. I should make a video today, but not really even knowing what to post about. So I guess that's part of why I haven't made one. Right now, I'm gonna just talk about consistency within itself, right? And my journey with consistency and being inconsistent, and what that's the results has got me, and what that looks like for me, and what being consistent, not even just with specifically making videos, but just with myself in certain things, being consistent in dedication to healing, right? And managing and taking care of my mental health, my physical health, right? My spiritual health, whatever you want to call it. Being consistent is what's got me here at this point to even want to make videos and have content or just things to talk about in videos, right? Me personally, I've been hyper focused and locked in with myself since 2012. 2012, I was 18 turning 19. Technically before that, I had my so-called spiritual awakening. I hear people using that term and shit like that, but I had one of those like before it was a thing. When I didn't know what the fuck was going on, I just became hyper aware of myself and life around me. And I may have spoken on this in previous videos, probably my intro video or whatever, but I guess I'll touch back on it again. Because it's been consistently caring about myself, consistently seeking change, right? Consistently showing up to, or just allowing space for my mind to become aware of different parts of myself, right? And just going through those journeys and fulfilling whatever those things look like in those moments. Like when I was in jail, when I was in prison, I call that like kind of like an unlocking of myself. I felt like I was my whole self. I felt like I was a man and I was this and this and that, but it was really just kind of like an incubation stage in a sense, right? Unlocking certain parts of myself that were deeply in prison. Now I know that may seem ironic, but because I was in prison, but just tapping back into myself on a deeply subconscious level. I have like, all right, I'm gonna say this. Since last Saturday, I don't remember what day that was, but last Saturday, so not this one that just passed, today is Monday, not this one, but the one before this one is the last time I smoked weed, right? Smoke anything, because that's all I do, smoke is weed. But last Saturday, the last time I smoked. And within these past 2 weeks is the most dreams I've been having since I was in prison. When I was in prison, I had a lot of very vivid dreams, right? Like a lot of them. And along the way, of just wondering, what the fuck is this about? Why am I dreaming about this and this and that? It's like I just pieced together. And especially now, I pieced together that it was just parts of my subconscious mind showing me what I need to work on, right? because of the reoccurring themes. Like I'd always be running from something, trying to escape from something chasing me in my dreams. Not something specific necessarily, but just like I just felt like I was being chased by something, and I was always running. Not even just literally running, y'all, but like it's a dream. You in the dream world, so I'm just doing all these incredible tricks and Harry Potter magic shit to get away from whatever I feel like is chasing me. But I'm really just running from myself. I'm really running from parts of myself that I abandoned, parts of myself that I was ashamed of, experiences that I was ashamed of, and just God was like, this is where you need to start to realign with yourself and heal, right? And reconnect with yourself. This is where you start at. These points, these pivotal points, these concepts, these whatever the fuck it is. But to keep with the theme of, what I'm talking about, consistency. Consistency is what has got me here to the point of just what I know is so potent. It's people that call me not even just to vent, but to gain perspective and clarity on certain, to learn. You know what I'm saying? People that I look up to, people that I know that they're intelligent in their own way, but within this realm of like shadow work, inner work, whatever you want to call it, it's not a lot of people that have met themselves as deeply as I have, right? Like immediately around me, I'll say that. But that's okay, because that's what I'm here for. That's what I've done the work for. It's like and not referencing anybody around me as a child or anything like that. But it's like, how you do for a child. Like you go out and get and do the hardest parts of life so you can bring it back for your child. You go out and you like animals, right? Like lions. They go out and hunt and bring the food back to the cubs because they can't go hunt yet. So it's like, for my tribe, for those around me, I went out and got this information. I went out and got this knowledge itself, so I can bring it back. So I can, it's not even really just really about teaching people, but just making people aware of themselves the way I've been made aware of myself. And it is about giving them information and certain knowledge or whatever like that. But that's just to like unlock parts of their code that was locked up. Just to keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? And it's been that consistency. It's been the consistency of fucking mosquitoes and shit. This why I got a fucking hoodie on, y'all. These damn mosquitoes still out here. I fucking hate these jumps. But I'm out here at the park and shit. But it's been others consistently showing me the results that they get from having conversations with me, right? Whether it's my direct peers, it could be my siblings, my mother, my aunts, my uncles, just older people just people in life that I've never met before that don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Just people in general. They learn from me, and it's been a consistent realization, right? That damn, what I'm doing has value outside of like me just learning about myself and healing myself, right? Like it has value to other people. And what I've learned is because when I went to prison, I was 18. When I came home, I was 23. Those are years, especially in society, in this society, those are years in society where, we focusing on going to college. A lot of us were starting families, around that age and around in that age range and shit like that. I damn near, started a family in that age range. Like I'm one of the first one of my first, like, out my camp to damn near have a child. She just happened to have an abortion. But you know, that's another story. But you know, so while a lot of my peers was focused on going to college, learning skills and trades and finding jobs and this and that and taking care of kids and blah blah blah, I was in prison learning about myself. I was in prison fucking not even just literally meditating, because I didn't even know what meditating was, but just meeting myself, right? Unlocking myself and reflecting on my life, like very deeply, I say. At least for that point in time, you know, I was in prison doing things that the average person out here hasn't reasonably had the opportunity to do, which is sit the fuck still. Like, yeah, you still do stuff in prison. Yeah, I would still keep myself occupied. But, like, think about it. Like, I had to keep myself occupied in prison. I had to find and make ways to get out the cell. I had to, you know what I'm saying, want to get a job in prison. Not just so I can have money, but so I can be out the fucking cell. So I'm not just in the cell thinking all fucking day. Or on the pod, on the TID, thinking all fucking day. Just in my fucking mind, right? Working out, being consistent with that, building a relationship with that, and just a whole bunch of other shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was doing for 5 years of my life, getting to know myself in ways that I've only come to realize this and notice over time being home though. Because when I came home, I really just kind of assumed everybody was going to be on the same type time, same page as me. You know what I'm saying? And that just wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying? And it seemed like I shined brighter in a sense, or just like I was super special or something, but it's just, or like I was super mature or whatever like that. But really, I was just a wee bit advanced in self-awareness. And I knew myself a bit deeper than, you know, the average person out here in my age range or whatever like that. But then come to find out, shit, in older age ranges too though, to be honest. Why? Because if you never took the chance to sit down and meet yourself, confront yourself in certain things, you don't have the knowledge that is like, it's like zip files, right? Like, you know how you have zip files on your computer. If you don't unlock those zip files, you won't know what's in them. I've unlocked many a zip file, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Going through all the data and this and that. So it's giving me the opportunity to be of value in that way to my peers and others. People that's older than me, because y'all like fuck me up the most though. You know what I'm saying? People, because if I assume, you know, my peers and people like that was going to be on the same page as me, just mentally or whatever, spiritually, I damn sure thought older people was. But then, you know, you come to find out it's not necessarily the case. Because, I mean, shit, it was hard facing myself. You know what I'm saying? Even after I came home, like, it just wasn't, I wasn't just a full, whole, healed person. You know what I'm saying? It's still, that was just like a starter of giving myself a reference point to keep going. I still had a lot of more shit to unlock. And it's, you know, it's still a journey. I'm still on a journey. But I say all that to say, consistency is what's got me here, right? Consistency is what has got me to a point where I'm like, all right, now I'm more so just managing my mental. I'm managing myself more than learning and healing myself, right? The parts of me that I've gotten to know, that I've reacquainted myself with, and learn to love and accept and all that shit. Now I'm just managing those parts for the most part. Now I can get myself to establishing a physical foundation, like a material foundation in life. You know, like I've worked since I've been home. I came home 2017. I've worked jobs and this and that. But I never fully gave myself to like a career or this and that because I just didn't give a fuck about. I still really don't give too much a fuck about making money just in and of itself. But purpose, right? I have a purpose. My purpose is to impact people. My purpose is to, help others in the ways that I've helped myself. And I've learned that it's not just about, like, I've been through the whole super guru, spiritual, meditating monk man shit. Oh, I just want to do this and fuck money and fuck the matrix. I've been through all that, y'all. Like, I've been there, but it's not, that ain't sustainable. You know what I'm saying? That's not real. It's not necessary, to be honest. You don't have to abandon materials and, like, earthly shit for spiritual shit, right? You use your spiritual your energy, your purpose to build your earthly kingdom, right? That's how you build, through your spiritual prowess, your powers, the shit that you've been given by God, by life, the shit that you have cultivated, yourself out of what you've been given, though, right? So that's where I'm at. But I just had to come to a point within myself where I was like, all right, I can't abandon this other side of life. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn how to integrate it. But until I did for myself and found purpose within it for myself, I didn't care, y'all. Like, I just didn't. You know what I'm saying? I've been homeless, all that, like, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. Because I just didn't give a fuck about not that much. Like, yeah, I always, kept something about me, kept something going. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never just been super duper duper assed out, but you feel me? Like, I just couldn't give myself wholly to just making money and chasing the bag and being like, that's not me. I don't care about that just because everybody else care about it and they saying you should do it and this and that. Like, until I found, reasons for me to care about it and give a fuck, I didn't care. It just is what it is. Right? But it also led me to learning the law, right? Learn about credit. Learn about trust is where I'm currently at. You know what I'm saying? So finding practical ways to implement your spiritual energy and power, your purpose. Finding practical ways to express that. And for me, it, like I just said, credit, trust, operating through trust. And yeah, you like jobs and shit like that. Ain't nothing wrong with a job, y'all. There's nothing wrong with working a job. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Because I've found, I ain't gonna say found purpose, but I've been used for purpose at jobs I've worked. You know what I'm saying? Having certain conversations with people where they learn like directly from me because of what I'm saying, but also where I learn how to lead and just do certain things that I need to do on my journey. And I wouldn't learn those things if I didn't work, right? So it's balance. You don't want to. We taught to focus mainly on the external while neglecting the internal. But also, you don't want to just be so internal and into yourself and in your mind and, unplanted, ungrounded, or if it's a word, I made it up, I just said it. But ungrounded, whereas though you don't have roots, right? Because how you gonna bear fruit? How you gonna bear fruit without roots? It don't work like that, right? So I had to plant myself, with, I'll just say with all the work I've done, within myself. I had to plant myself, and that's how I get to plant myself. That's why I get to plant myself, and that's why I get to grow the way that I'm growing. Because I've been consistently focused on bettering myself, bettering my connection with myself, bettering my connection with God and whatever, whatever. So I can be of like the best service and the best have the best impact, right? And just live the best life that I know that I was made to live. I always fuck with myself, y'all. Like, I always love myself. I always gave a fuck about myself, which is what didn't just allow me to stay in depression and this and this and like all that other shit. We at the 20 minute mark. Ain't no real time limit, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it brief. If we can call 20 minutes brief, you feel me? I look forward to y'all feedback. I look forward to, even if y'all don't get feedback, just, you know what I'm saying? The fact that people see this, if people see it, if people watch it, if it helps somebody, that's what I look forward to. It ain't necessarily about the acknowledgement. It's not. I've learned to not be hung up on wanting to be acknowledged or thanked or this. I don't even really care about that for real. I really just care about what I'm doing right now, which is expressing myself and staying consistent too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm showing up in ways that I haven't ever before. And I'm experiencing myself and life in ways that I haven't before because of it. So I'm just enjoying being present and being here. So that's all I got right now, y'all.